Right, let's get one under our belt so that we can feel we've started. Palencia is the easiest one because all trains going north to Santander, Leon and Burgos pass through Palencia, so there's quite a good service. Now Palencia isn't particularly a tourist attraction, but it has a cathedral and several nice churches. But look at some of these nice buildings. Well, I thought they were nice anyway. And we shall see more as we go along. We're actually still quite near the railway station, which is a change. And coming into view up that little passageway there is the first church, San Pablo. Now look at those people sat there. It's quite rainy today. But there again, I suppose we are on the plain. And coming into view now is another thing that we shall see quite a few of as time goes along. I think that's a stork's nest. See, this church is going to have a peregrination to Lourdes. Originally the church of a convent was founded around 1219, though most of the present buildings date from the 15th or 16th century. The base of this Renaissance altarpiece here has scenes from the New Testament. The form and decoration of these tombs here can be seen in quite a few old English churches. The star vaulting there is our first indication of perhaps Moorish influence. The decorations around this doorway are probably Moorish as well. So back out into the square outside the church, and let's have a look round the perimeter. Some more quite nice buildings. Those people are still sat there, you'll notice, in the rain. I mean, that's a block of flats, I think, but it looks quite pleasant. That's San Pablo. Now here are some more buildings in an ordinary street. Particularly they seem to go in for brickwork around here, and I'm looking at several examples of the patterns they make in the brickwork. We're actually stood quite near to the cathedral now, quite near to the last church. That block of flats overlooks this little square, which again is at the side of the cathedral. I think it's actually stopped raining as such now. So we'll have a little look at the outside of the church. This is quite a nice doorway, and these statues around the curvature there seem to be 100% intact, which is quite unusual because especially in the south of France I've seen them where they're all smashed. So we're right at the east end, I think, of the church. Either east or west anyway. And just quite near behind us is the river. So before going into the cathedral, we're going to walk down there and have a look what we can see. Looking back now towards the cathedral, nice block of flats there with balconies, you see. And there are some Spanish sparrows with Spanish fleas. Now these are presumably Spanish chestnuts. Probably. Anyway, we'll make our way back up there towards the cathedral. Palencia's cathedral is 14th century Gothic. And due to the fact that Palencia fell on hard times soon after it was completed, there are no of the usual Baroque additions. We do now, however, come to another reason for not going to Spain, and that is that most of the cathedrals don't allow photography. I was befriended by a Spanish couple, and they were able to get some chap to show us into the crypt, which was part Romanesque but also partly Visigothic, showing that the church had been originally built by them. Now here are some other people sat out in, well, it's sunshine now I suppose, but they were probably sat there in the rain as well. A last look at the cathedral, and we'll make our way down this street past some more reasonably attractive buildings with balconies towards the shopping centre. Sounds more like France to me. Here's some more nice balconies. Nice buildings, and it's time to catch a train further north.